Recent estimates from the World Health Organization report roughly 10 million annual deaths from cancer. As the second leading cause of death, there is a crucial need to improve prevention, detection, and treatment of these cancers.
Reducing the amount of cancer death is very important. 1,100 patients per day are dying from this disease. But it's not only about the mortality of the disease. This is about the disease burden, especially on the quality of life of the patients and the cost it brings to the society. So the World Health Organization has set up by 2030 to reduce 25% the premature mortality of the disease. And this is important because giving access to healthcare to patients will achieve a sustainable development. However, it is already well recognized that many countries are lagging behind the WHO goals. And those goals are supported by strategies on screening and prevention and treatment of the disease. Cancer research is fundamental to improve the outcomes of patients from cancer. Now, in the last 5 years, research also enabled us to understand the biology of the immune system of cancer and cancer patients. And by doing that, we can work around the immune cell, avoid the escape of the tumors from the immune system, and improve the outcome of patients.
Since many cancers have a high chance of cure when diagnosed early and treated appropriately, early detection and proper treatment and care are imperative to reducing the burden of cancer.
Early detection of cancer is very important for many reasons, but the two most important reasons are, first, when we can find the cancer early, the tumor is confined to a specific organ which we can treat more effectively. Second reason is that when we find cancers early, the drugs we have to treat this disease work a lot more effectively compared to if the same cancer were to be found at more advanced stages. The reasons why we have poor survival for cancer patients when the disease is diagnosed at a late stage is because when a cancer is diagnosed at more advanced stages, the disease has typically spread to multiple organs, which makes it much harder to treat the same cancer. Second, the treatments we have currently available, they typically do not work as effectively when the disease is more advanced because a lot more genes are involved in the growth of that cancer.
Until recently, doctors detected cancer via invasive techniques that were often uncomfortable and time-consuming for patients. During the last decade, breakthroughs in science and technology have afforded the industry with less invasive solutions that people can use to detect cancer early.
Well, OncoShape is a genetic test for early cancer screening, and which has also been clinically validated. The purpose really is to detect cancer early when it's easy to treat, easy to manage. It's a liquid biopsy approach, comparing to tissue biopsy, which needs a little bit procedure and more invasive. Liquid biopsy, on the other hand, just draw the blood from patients, so it's non-invasive, it's more convenient.
Using machine learning to detect the presence of cancer in the patient, the platform analyzes more than 100 biomarkers of microRNA circulating in the patient's blood.
Our liquid biopsy test uses machine learning, which is a type of artificial intelligence, to discern and distinguish specific biomarker signatures that are different from cancer patients versus non-cancer patients. We were able to do this using different patient samples with different cancers, feeding it into our machine learning algorithm, which was able to tease out the different types of cancer, thereby being able to call out each cancer separately. Our test is innovative for three primary reasons. One, we use a very simple blood draw. It's painless, so you and your loved ones can go and take this test. This blood draw can detect minute amounts of cancer signals in the bloodstream that otherwise would go unnoticed until cancer has become very problematic. Two, we use a very simple chip-based format that makes this very affordable and accessible to everybody. Three, we use a machine learning algorithm that we've developed in-house that can detect cancer from non-cancer signals.
In addition to single cancer screening, the company is developing multi-cancer screening tests for the early detection of multiple cancers.
Our test uses microRNAs, which are very different from conventional circulating tumor DNAs that are used in liquid biopsies. MicroRNAs afford us higher specificity and sensitivity so that we can catch cancer earlier in its earliest stages. That means we can treat it earlier as well. This represents a game changer in the fight against cancer.
Providing answers to patients early can help improve their lives and the lives of their loved ones, potentially giving them more time together.
I believe the liquid biopsy tests are the future for cancer screening and improving survival of cancer patients. The reason is because in the clinic currently we use tumor markers or imaging methods such as CT scans and MRIs, and both are imperfect. In contrast, liquid biopsy tests are a lot more precise in finding small changes in cancer cells. The goal of every company is to develop a simple, inexpensive, highly accurate cancer detection test. The two approaches currently being used are either develop a single cancer test or develop a test which can find multiple cancers. Either way, as long as we can develop an inexpensive, non-invasive, highly accurate cancer test, that will change the way we manage and treat cancer patients currently.